everyone's like, oh man, the Helldivers is at the BAFTA Awards tonight. Like they're gonna launch another update. It's like, no, they're not. They're trying to fix the game right now.
Liberation.
So right now there's 20,000 Helldivers, 21,000. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah, doing the Liberate Wesen option for the major order. We have 3 days and 7 hours. We should be able to get this planet in maybe a day, maybe 2. And then you've got 7,000 Helldivers doing the Liberate Trandor part on bugs, which is totally fine. Totally fine. The problem is, right, is that there is zero way to communicate in this game fleet-wide. There's no way to do that. There's no galactic war chat to be like, hey man, this is the major order objective we're going for. You know, help us out when you can. Instead, it's pick one of 2 options. So the bug divers are going to pick the bug diving option, obviously, because bug divers. The bot divers are going to pick the bot diver option, because obviously. The problem is, Liberate Wesen gives you less exosuit call-in time by 35%. It cuts the call-in time by 35%, which is great. However, I don't know a single fucking person that uses exosuits regularly enough to say that that's worth it. Whereas if you liberate Trandor, you get the Eagle rearm faster. Now, I don't know if that's you send it back in to rearm or just you used all your Eagles, they come back faster. But that's only by 15%. So, but Eagles come back quickly anyway, so it doesn't matter. The better option for the Galactic War in all would be the Eagle rearm support, because every single Helldiver mostly uses Eagles. You either use Eagles or Orbitals. Not that many Helldivers use the exosuit. Unfortunately, because we are closer on the automaton side, it was just easier to go for. Whereas the bug sector, they still have to fight through Gar Heron in order to get to Gatria, in order to get to Trandor. Gar Heron is a fucking terrible planet to fight on, because it's basically like a swamp moon of Endor. It sucks. It's bad. It blocks Eagles every time you throw them. It'll even block Orbitals. It's a bad place to start that, unfortunately. Gatria probably isn't going to be as bad, and then Trandor shouldn't be bad at all. The problem is that because it was a shitty start planet for the bug side, everyone went to Astatu, and then Valeria, because that was easier. We could have even started at Capessa and gone to Valeria. But so bot divers are already on the second planet for the major order, and then they have to push to Wesen, which, not that bad. The problem is, with these 7,000 Helldivers over here working towards Trandor, they are actively hurting the 20,000 that are working towards Wesen. That is an issue that I think Arrowhead needs to address, because there is no way to communicate fleet-wide in the entire fucking game. And the fact that, if you're working towards this objective, then people doing the opposite of that are actively hurting your chances towards getting that objective. That's an issue, because there's this massive divide between bug divers and bot divers. It's always been there. Again, I am a major order diver. I will go where the major order needs me. Right now, we've made more progress on the automaton side, so I'm going to keep pushing that side, because I'm like, we stand a better chance to get that. So, there's no way to communicate to those 7,000 bug divers, hey, like, you guys are actively hurting our progress towards Wesen by not being over here. And that's nobody's fault except for the developers. I'm not going to blame the bug divers for that, because that's what they want to go do. Hey, they have an option to help with the major order, and it's go take Trandor. Cool, great. Granted, saw in a couple groups, how are we supposed to liberate that if it's not even playable? So they didn't realize that they have to fight to that planet in order to unlock it, because either they haven't been around that long or who knows. So, and then you've got the 3,000 people on Cirrus fighting against the squids, which again, totally fine. Not an option, but what they are doing is they're helping stop the black hole of Meridia. That's the entire point of the people that are fighting squids, is that they are helping slow down the black hole. So I'm never going to get mad at them, because they are doing an overall good thing towards the galactic war of stopping the Meridia black hole. The fact that we don't have a way to communicate, though, is probably the one thing that is making this game damn near unplayable. That and all the bugs and fuck-ups that keep happening behind the scenes, but we're not going to get into those. Instead, what we're going to get into is this whole divide between bot and bug divers that has been there basically since the game started. I started on bugs, and then a level on Creecap, and I fought against robots. Shit was insane. It was awesome. But now that we know that people have done the data mining, people have looked through the code, that if you are not helping towards one part of the major order, you are actively hurting the other side of the major order. This is a problem, especially when we can't communicate. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest takeaway from this major order alone, is that it's going to take probably an extra day longer than it should to get Valeria, because those 7,000 divers are not actively helping. They are unactively hurting the progress on Valeria. And that's a problem. And that's something that I think Arrowhead needs to work on, not for Helldivers 2, for Helldivers 3. Helldivers 3 has already been mentioned by Sham, the CEO, by Pilstead, the lead developer of this game, and Helldivers 1. And it's been mentioned by a few other developers that are still working on this game, and they want this game to be as best as it can. But the fact that the title of Helldivers 3 has already been mentioned, and we are now at the year anniversary of this game, does not bode well for this game. It's almost like the Call of Duty leaks that start to happen in like August or July, because that just means that all development on the previous game is now, fuck it, we're out of here. I'm not saying that's happening here. What I am saying is that's the vibe that it's giving, and that's a problem. Because now everyone's going to be like, well, I guess I might as well go find another game. And then for the people that are still playing Helldivers, like us, because we do still enjoy it, it's something that all of us own, we can all jump in together, and we can all have a great time. It's going to make working towards objectives and getting content harder for this game, which granted, we're at the point where I don't expect anything else. There's a bunch of things that they could bring, like these 2 rewards for the major order. Instead of them being a part of the DSS, what they could be is ship upgrades. But developers have said, hey, we want to make something more out of the DSS, not just, hey, it gives you, progress on a planet or it stops an invasion. They have said, we wanted to bring more to the DSS. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that reads way too fucking deep into the Discord messages and stuff like that and says, oh, well, this season, or the game was supposed to be by war bonds, but then it was really by seasons, because it was like Omen of Tyranny and then the fucking other one. Like, those people are actively bringing false hope to players that are just starting to play, or players that maybe have been around a while and they kind of step back. Like, I've watched a few of those videos and I'm like, there's no evidence of anything that this guy is saying except for the leaks brought by Ironside. Now, I like Ironside. I like what he does. He's predicted a lot of stuff accurately, which is nice, because he's like, oh, it's in the game code, which means it's probably in the game. He actively has a video right now where he shows the individual attachments for weapons. We are a year into this game. That means they had to rework the entire weapon, warbond, and attachment system for the entire game over the last year in order to get attachments in the game. Do I think attachments should be in the game? Yes. Do I think they should have been there from the start? Absolutely. Am I kind of hoping right now, because they're in the code, they're just a proof of concept for Helldivers 3? Yes. Because it is too late now to be introducing that big of a change. I made a video on it fucking months ago saying it is too late to go from Warbond to Workbench, which is what most games call it when you're customizing a weapon, is you put it on the workbench. It's too late for that now. There's not enough time, not enough life, not enough activity in this game to have them push that out as a massive risk of wasted resources that it won't be seen by enough players for them to be like, oh my god, this is awesome, I'm going to go back and play Helldivers. Would it be great? Yes. Is it going to revive the game? It has that opportunity, but I don't think they're going to push that out. I think instead what they're going to do is they're not limp it along, but kind of push it along with major orders like this that give buffs to the DSS, but not your ship. That's what I think is going to happen. The fact that we've had the ability to donate to the DSS since it released, and yet we've had nothing else to do with samples the entire time the game has been out, is already too late. Like, I would love to spend them for extra stratagem slots. I would love to spend them for armor, colors, and weapon mods, but it's too late for that. I believe the developers could have done that, and it may have been broken as fuck if they had tried to push it out halfway through the game's life cycle. But that is what I expected at the year mark. Minimum. Like, that would have been the time to push out that update of, hey, by the way, here's attachments. That would have been at the year anniversary, and that did not happen. At the year anniversary of Malevelon Creek, that also would have been a good time to push that out, but that did not happen. Players are hyping themselves up too much, and YouTubers are not fucking helping. The fact that they're like, oh, new leaks, new this, new that, new this is possibly coming, this might come to... No, just say what it is. Hey, unfortunately, there's no more news for Helldivers 2 because there's no update on the horizon yet. They have to fix the 19 things that they broke with the last update that fixed 4 things. So don't expect like this massive content boom to happen to a year-old game that is already having its replacement or its next part, its progression talked about by high-ups in Arrowhead. It's not just, oh, somebody mentioned it in the Discord. No, this is stuff that was mentioned in interviews. This is stuff that is mentioned in videos that they are already talking about Helldivers 3. And I'm not talking videos from other YouTubers. I'm talking from the company themselves. There's an interview with Shams where he talks about the future of Helldivers, and it might be Helldivers 3. So as much as I would love to see those updates come to this game, I do not see that happening.